In an interview with Dr. Matthew Rogotsky, my Intro to Physiological Assessment professor, I asked him a few questions. The first question being, what made you choose this profession? He answered, I chose to enter the field of exercise science because in high school I was a 3-sport athlete and was curious about how exercise training could improve sports performance. I originally wanted to become a personal trainer and moved to the West Coast to train the stars as they prepared for different movie roles. However, during my junior year of college, I got involved in research with my advisor and I fell in love with it. From then on, I knew I wanted to get my PhD so I could do research and teach at the university level. The next question I asked was, what types of communication skills are needed for this field of study? He answered, oral communication skills are needed, especially since the majority of information we give to students is through lecturing in front of class. In order to understand research findings, it is imperative to have good written communication skills since decimation is typically done through the publication of peer-reviewed journal articles. I also asked, what should students know before entering exercise science? He answers, students should understand that all the basics learned in biology and physiology courses are needed in exercise science, along with the understanding of how the physiological systems change and adapt to exercise. Exercise science originated from physical education but has morphed into a series of biochemistry, immunology, endocrinology, cell biology, and molecular biology. The last question I asked was, what was your academic path leading up to this career? He answered, I received my Bachelor's of Science degree in biology and an emphasis in exercise science, and then went on to earn my master's degree in exercise and sports science, and then earned my PhD in kinesiology with an emphasis in exercise physiology. After finishing my PhD, I was offered a position as an assistant professor in the Department of Health and Human Performance at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. I stayed at UW-Platteville for 3 years before accepting my current position as an assistant professor in the Department of Health and Exercise Science at Appalachian State University. What advice can you give young students who want to enter this field?
I think the advice that would work best for young students is that this field is very time consuming, so you're definitely going to be in the library and many hours of studying. So if you're really committed and you really have good study skills, then this will be a good major for you.
And can you give me a brief overview of your time at Appalachian State University as an exercise science major?
At the beginning of exercise science, I really didn't like chemistry or bio, but once I got into my major and what I wanted to do in exercise science, like the labs, anatomy, biomechanics, and the nutrition part, I really enjoyed that part. So I think there's some parts of exercise science that you'll like and there's some that you won't, so it's just a balance.
Exercise science is an extremely broad career path. Exercise science majors at App State have the options of concentrating on clinical exercise physiology, pre-professional, and strength and conditioning. The careers that these specific concentrations result in is a strength and conditioning coach, in athletic programs, a personal trainer, fitness director. They can also work in rehabilitation centers and hospital wellness programs. Personally, my degree path is to concentrate on pre-professional exercise science because it is the first step in the master's program of physical therapy, occupational therapy, and physician's assistant. My goal is to continue my education in a master's of occupational therapy program.